To touch on the tragedies in Buffalo, because I think it directly plays in here, right? For those who don't know, it was a tragic mass shooting that happened in Buffalo over the weekend. Guy drives 3 hours. He's been plotting this out for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, they said, basically.
Shit getting old, dog.
Drives 3 hours. Goes to a community where black people shop at, a supermarket that specifically older black people, specifically shop at.
Go some, yo. If you got some balls and shit, go somewhere where niggas is ready for war. Yo.
Yeah, pull up on a real block.
Pull up on a block where niggas is out there on the corner and be like this. You can come out there with the wild gas, yo. You probably get smoked.
Nah, he pulled up on basically a dollar store in the hood, and
with people who are not there to engage in combat.
And he had wild plans. He live streamed it on Twitch. I'm gonna come back to y'all Twitch in a minute. Shot like 13 people, killed like 10. He put a whole manifesto out, like 2,000 pages prior to going out, and he basically said his reasoning for it was that he feel like the white race is dying out, it's being taken over. Afraid that the black race is taking over. Obviously he's a white supremacist. Racism in America has been going on far longer than I've been on this earth. It's never going to stop. I've said it on many episodes. I feel like a lot of the racism that happens, it's a hereditary thing. You can bark at me if you want, but I'm going to restate my point on it like I've said many times. It's hereditary, I think. Unfortunately, if your great-great-granddaddy was a slave owner, his son seen it. So even if his son was cool with the black slaves or not, he's seen it, so it's in his blood. And then he grows up, he has children of his own, and the trend continues. And now here we are in 2022, and I feel like there's still people that they condone certain racist acts. So as a parent, if you have a child right now and you're doing anything racist, unfortunately, children are sponges. They are going to absorb it, and at some point it gets manifested, whether it's a hard R, like we seen in this episode, or somebody making a motherfucking flamethrower, or it's another motherfucker getting an AR and driving 3 hours. It gets manifested.
My daughter, a friend of hers got called a A. It wasn't the ER, it was the A.
Yeah.
But it was from a white child.
Yeah.
6, bro.
It gets manifested. Unfortunately,
now as parents, we got to answer them questions.
I was about to say, unfortunately, for anybody that's like, say, 15 and older right now, if you got any type of racism in your bloodline, you probably lost at this point. So hopefully, if you're a young boy and you watching this, or you coming of age and you about to watch this, hopefully you don't have no kids yet, and you you still time to change your ways. Your daddy or your great granddaddy might have had some racist thoughts, might have expressed it in front of you before. I don't know. Maybe you could change your ways so that your children won't fall into the same hole that you may have been subject to fall into, that your daddy probably was.
No, I just don't get racism though.
I don't get it either, that the color of my skin threatens you so much that you feel the need to take me off the face of this earth. And I don't. And the funny, I never see reverse racism. I never see it going the other way, where a black man says, "I'm so pissed off with these crackers, I need to go shoot them up." We get pissed. Well, let's be clear. We get pissed with white people who do stupid shit. Let's be fucking clear. I'm not planning out a wild mass murder, and then I'm gonna hit another town after that. It don't happen, people. And I'm sure that somebody in the comments gonna say it's happened before. Yeah, it probably did. But men lie, women lie, numbers don't. The fucking numbers don't lie. That for some reason the color of my skin,
we kill each other more than y'all,
continues to bother you so much that you feel the need to take me off the face of the earth just because I'm black, just because I'm beautiful and I'm meant for fucking success.
Hatred and hated on.
I want to
man. You can't have this swag, bro.
I want to do a little comparison too. I think it's funny that in the bull who did this shit, right? Actually, before I go there, so he live streamed it on Twitch, right? It's funny that Twitch, because I stream on Twitch. For those who don't know, we stream on Twitch. We content creators. Twitch will bang your fucking channel if you play some music on that motherfucker. Pretty much. DMCA, look it up. You know how many strikes I've had against me because I want to vibe out before I'm about the game to some music? Get wild bands and shit, but yet this motherfucker go on the joint, rat-dat-dat. Yeah, video was taken down 2 days later or whatever the fuck it was. I don't fucking know. Clearly not fast enough because the shit's all online. You can find the video of him killing people and shit. But he was live. Discord. You know? The motherfucker had a whole fucking going all the way back to March of this year in Discord. It's probably a private server, but a whole breakdown of this is what I need to do. I need to go remeasure so I can get the motherfucking the AR taped to the jaw. I need to put the GoPro here. Boom, boom, boom. The whole shit. And it's just funny because in today's society of technology, they'll use all that shit against you in the aftermath, right? But we all know that the feds tapped into so many people's lines and shit left and right. That's how people get caught up on wiretaps, illegal wiretaps, the whole nine. But yet, motherfucking go plan out all kinds of shit digitally and then go do it months later and get taken out peacefully, unharmed. Because that was his plan. I'm going to be just like everybody else and shoot a bunch of people, kill them, surrender, go to jail, plead not guilty, claim insanity, get slapped on the wrist.
Like if you are ready to, I feel like if you are actively killing people, there's no handcuffs.
Shouldn't be.
It should be 2 in your eyes because we got 2 between our eyes. We ain't killed a damn person.
Instant death penalty. So this is the comparison I wanted to make. Q. It's funny that I've seen time and time again in history. We said it many times. If you don't know your history is planned to repeat over and over again. History repeats itself, right? So we've seen in history many times where the presence of our skin continues to affect other races so much that he feel the need to wipe us out, or mistreat us, or puts on neck, find a way to, if not wipe us out, keep us being inferior, right? We've seen it in history. We've seen it in the 50s and 60s.
It's not just black people either.
It's not.
It's a lot of minorities. It's Hispanic people got.
But again, and that's why I said the color of our skin, because our Muslim brothers, our Arabic brothers, our Hispanic brothers, we all got brown skin.
Asian people too.
We all Asian people too. We all got browner skin than the pigment. What's my word? Pigment missing. I don't fucking know the word. You ain't got enough melanin. Your pigment is fucked up, right? I'm gonna try to keep this civil, but I go there sometimes, people. Either way, the color of our skin over time in history, millions of times over and over again, it's been that threatening, right? I want to talk about the Moors for a minute. We did an episode like a year ago, our Knowledge is Power joint. We talked about the Moors, we talked about Mansa Musa briefly, and I just want to talk about it because I find it funny that when he said in his manifesto, this shooter that I'm talking about here, Buffalo, white people, we being taken over. Same shit that happened with the Moors, bro. The Moors ruled for 800 years. They brought civilization. They brought so much shit from 700 AD to 1500. I'm talking about crops that the Europeans ain't know about. I'm talking about astrology. So many things, right? They ruled. The Moors keep till to this day in 2022 keep getting discredited for being black. He say, it was some black Moors, but they wasn't black. Bro, you know how much text and scholar that we can find from written scholars who have written hundreds of books in the 1500s, 1400s, 1300s, 1200s, whatever. Same scholars that y'all listen to their books, but you won't listen to the fact that they say their skin was the picture of their skin was black. You know what I mean? Their skin resembled the dirt. You don't want to seem to find that, right? But it's a fact. The Moors was black and they ruled for 800 years. I find it funny that the Treaty of Granada, right? 1491, they signed the Treaty of Granada, which basically was like, all right, we're going to give Spain, y'all can now sail and shit, right? We can give y'all the right. 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Y'all remember that, right?
I remember that. That's all in the books.
But it was the Moors who gave y'all the motherfucking right to sail because they had that shit on lock for 800 years. And then when their dynasty started dying out, because ultimately what happened, they got wild wars coming their way. Because of the color of their skin, damn near is what I would say. These motherfuckers been in power for too long. Let's take that shit over. Eventually it did, because, Columbus, let's talk about it. Y'all know about Mr. Peter? You heard about Mr. Peter? That's the bull who guided Columbus to America? Pedro Alonso Nino. Go look him up, people. Black man. They call him an Afro-Spaniard. He was a black man. He was the nigga who took Columbus to America. Let's be fucking clear. He was the nigga who took Columbus to America.
Niggas said they call him Afro-Spaniard. He was African. He was the nigga that took.
He was the nigga who took Columbus to Africa.
Yo, that shit was.
I'm sorry, to America, bro. Like on some real shit. But you won't really find that in history books. I only learned that in my post-learning year. You know what I mean? And I give credit when I was in Philly School District, North Carolina. I was down there. I learned a lot of good history that in today's textbooks you won't never fucking find.
We only gonna learn about certain people,
right,
in certain instances,
right,
during a certain month.
I went to college and took Afro-American studies many years, learned about some extra stuff I didn't know in high school, but still a lot of my studies had to come after the fact. Reading a lot of books. I like to learn about my history, to know where I come from, to know where I'm going. And I just thought it was funny when I found out about Pedro Alonso Nino, the nigga who took Columbus to America, that you never fucking hear about. Treaty of Grenada, the Moors, a lot of this shit you don't hear about, man. We done reigned for many, 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 many motherfucking moons before, and we gonna keep doing it, bro. And they gonna keep finding ways to...
Foot's on neck, man. Try and keep your foots on neck, man. But, you know, as you probably already noticed, is resilient, bro.
I'm arrogant as fuck, man. I'm the greatest nigga that was ever created.
It's like you can try. You could try to keep a nigga down, but so far you can keep a nigga.
Yeah.
And it's more people of color and minorities are finding ways to get success. And what I appreciate about their success is that it was harder to them.
Right.
It wasn't gifted to them.
Right.
They had to work for their success. That's why success. I feel like I'd rather go earn a meal than be given a meal.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice to get a meal, but when you go earn that meal, you got much more appreciation for where you've been.
It's different.
And that's what I fucking feel like about our culture. Shit, we got a lot of appreciation for where we've been, which means that only make us stronger to the point where it's like when you see shit like this, man, it's like it's always gonna be crazy motherfuckers.
Always.
There's always gonna be crazy people. There's always gonna be people who don't see you for the value that you bring society. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna say it now. I'll say it in the future. I've said it in the past. You don't like me.
Black people, do your homework. Go look up the Moors Dynasty, man. Check them out. See some of the things that they did for us way before. You know what I mean? Paved streets, lighted streets hundreds of years before France did it. The whole nine. I'm talking about all the crops that y'all eat today, lemons, apricots, all kinds of shit. The Moors did that. Moors bought the compass from China, brought it to Europe. European castles and shit down the line that they had chimneys and windows and all that. They got that from the Moors. Before that, they was living in fucking barns with a hole in the roof. Like, it's a lot of shit that the Moors did during that 800-year run that we still see in today's society, but the motherfuckers don't get no credit for who they was and the greatness that they was. Because at some point, somebody was disturbed by the color of their skin, felt the need to stomp them out. Just like we dealing with currently in 2022. We trying to be stomped out. They trying to stomp us out. I hope y'all gonna keep persevering, because I am.
PMA out.
Bitch.
From the 215 to 302, we kicking some facts and talking the news. We keeping it real while acting a fool. So pardon my arrogance and let me holla at you.